Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, September the 6th, 2023. Wednesday, September the 6th. Well, Dante burst into Michael's Aurora office, almost could say guns blazing. Oh, he accused Michael of turning Sonny in, and how could he do it? And Michael's like, I didn't do it. How could you do that to her? Yes, you've been saying for months how much you want to turn Sonny in. And Michael's like, yes, I did. But I changed my mind, and the progress our father and I were starting to make was real. I did not do this, Dante. I would not do this to our siblings. My son was there when it happens. I would never put Wiley under that kind of stress. So finally, after going around, Dante going round and round, he finally believes Michael. Okay. No, you didn't do it, but somebody did, and it's federal and blah blah blah. So in the meantime, Christina's downstairs with Nina, just driving Nina crazy. Nina's driving Christina crazy. They both driving each other crazy because Diane is not at their beck and call. They're not his client. Diane is trying to do what she can do for Sonny. She don't have time to, what's going on? Why don't you have him out? Why this? Why? Oh, get out of here, you guys. Get out of here. Let the woman do her work, right? So Alexis comes in trying to get an assessment, and she says, I'm looking for my child. And she says, I haven't been able to reach Diane either. She tells Olivia and Nina, and she says, look, we all better hope Sonny gets out of these charges, because if he does not, and he's put in jail, all of Sonny's family and his children are all in jeopardy, all of them. And she looked at Nina. She goes, including you, Nina. He's married. He's gonna marry you. You're his fiance. You now become in danger. And Nina's kind of looking like, why me? I'm just playing being mob boss. What? And so Nina ended up saying, well, look, you two knew how Sonny was, and you had kids by him. But you both had kids by him. Now, what Olivia should have said is, let me tell you something, chick. I was 15. Okay. He was not Sonny Corinthos at all. He was Michael. Right? He was Michael from the block. That's who he was. He was my cousin's boyfriend that I liked and stole from her. Right? So I didn't see no mob boss in his future. Just to set that record straight, Nina. Now, Alexis, on the other hand, she was already his attorney, so she knew what she was getting into. I think this was during the time Carly was perceived dead, right? Sonny was going to marry Alexis, and Carly broke up that wedding, stumbling back in from the dead. But anyway, Christina comes in. Said, have you heard, to Michael's office, Dante's still there. Have you heard anything about Dad? And they're like, no. And so she goes, okay, well, she says something, and Dante's like, I have to go. And she goes, oh, you were questioning Michael. Did he turn Dad in? And Michael says, and I already told Dante I did not. So Dante leaves, and Christina looks at him, and she goes, okay, but answer me this, Michael. Are you glad to see him arrested? And Michael looks at her, and he goes, oh, see, you too. See, so you too. No, I'm not glad to see him arrested. And no, I didn't turn him in. And she goes, I believe you. I believe you didn't tip off the feds. But I'm just saying, I know how you feel about Dad. And I believe, you're secretly happy. Oh, she just, whatever. But before she came up there, Nina was thanking her for always being nice to her from the beginning and, being on her side. And Nina had to bring up Michael. It didn't even fit. Yeah, but so no, she said something about Willow or Christina may have said, but see, Willow's coming along, everything's coming along. And so she goes, yeah, well, you need to figure out a way to make your brother Michael come along. And Christina says, it'll just take time. If Willow's happy, Wiley's happy, Michael will come along. Well, yeah, but you would have thought with if Willow's near death didn't get Michael to change his mind or views on me, Sonny's arrest won't either. See, that had nothing to do with Nina bashing Michael. And Nina takes every opportunity she can to bash Michael. Right? So then that's when Christina goes upstairs. So now we have interesting thing. Anna and Valentine both are in your face, not trusting each other. In their face, not trusting each other. Anna asked Valentine, can he find out, does he still have Pikeman connection? And Valentine said yes. So she said, can you find out if he knows anything about Sonny's arrest? So he goes, I can make a phone call. And then he goes, okay, my guy's gonna meet me. So the Valentine leaves, Anna follows. He goes to some house. I swear to God, it looked the way the door front was, it looked like Elizabeth's house, right? And so she's trying to listen because Valentine, of course, is talking with why would he talk with the door open? But anyway, he's so yada, yada, yada. Well, this is supposed to, what do you got for me? And blah, blah, blah. So he's getting ready to leave. Anna runs home before him. And she gets in, she goes in the bathroom, puts on a bathrobe, wraps up her hair in a towel. Valentine comes in and she goes, just a minute. And she comes out and she goes, oh, I was just getting out of a hot shower. And I thought, well, Anna, your hair's not even wet at all. While you were in the bathroom, you should have ran some water through your hair, girl. Talk about amateur spy 101. What was that? If you were in a hot shower, my voice is acting up, y'all. I was choking a little bit before I started this. And you know how it takes your voice forever to get over choking, but I didn't want to put the recording off. So anyway, you have to put up with that. So, so he's looking at her like, hot shower? Well, doggone, the robe don't even look wet. Anna, she should have left her hair out. She should have had the robe on. She should have peeked out and said, Valentine, I'm getting ready to get in the shower, honey. Right? Or she should have splashed herself with some water if she was going to pretend like she got out of a shower. Because then she would have found out there was no hot water because he busted her on that. And so she goes, did you meet your guy? He goes, yeah, he had me meet him down at some cafe by the airport when he didn't go nowhere near that. And so she goes, oh, really? He goes, yeah, yep. And he had nothing to say. So she goes, well, maybe had you met him in more of a private place, he would have given you, could have been able to talk. And he says, no, he chose the place. And if he had information for me, he would have chosen a more private place. So Anna says, so you made it to the airport and back this fast, huh? He goes, yep, I sure did. And then he goes, hey, wait a minute. You said you got out of a hot shower. On my way up, the desk girl said that apologize. Goodness gracious. The desk girl apologized and said there was no hot water on our floor. And they were sending a maintenance man up. So Anna looked at him and said, the water was fine to me. so fine that it dried my hair. she 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 didn't flinch. He didn't, and they both were kind of looking at each other like, you're lying. Why are you lying to me? And he's looking at her like, why are you lying to me? But when he was getting ready to go to meet his associate, did anybody catch this? When he was getting ready to leave, he kissed Anna on her cheek. Wasn't on the lips. He and Anna were always lip kissers. Mm-mm. And I think she kind of caught it too, because she kind of, she was reaching in to kiss him and he kisses around her cheek, and she's thinking, well, doggone, okay, I guess we're there, right? So those two are going to be comical to watch. Actually, they're going to be comical to watch. And we have let's see, today is in vitro day. Come on, camera. There we go. In vitro day. Alexis is there giving Molly some support. And she goes, Molly, oh, your sister wanted me to tell you. No, not Christina. I can't really hear about Christina today. No, today I got to keep my mind solely on this in vitro. I cannot let that negative into my headspace. And Alexis is like, well, calm down. Wasn't nothing negative. All Christina wanted to say is she knows what a big day this is for you, and she's thinking of you. Okay, at least this came from you. Because I'm telling you, if Christina would show up here today, I would lose it. I would lose it if she showed up here today. And I thought, over the top much, Molly? Over the top? Really, Minnie? Over the top, maybe? So TJ comes. Oh, Alexis leaves. TJ comes. They hug. What a big day. She goes, this has nothing to do with me. I don't know why I'm nervous. I'm nervous. And TJ's like, well, because this has everything to do with us, right? Our child might be created today. So then the girl comes up and she's ready. Everything's supposed to be in order. Procedure is going to be quick. So soon enough, she comes out, they're done. And she says, the doctor said, just take it easy. We won't know for 2 weeks. So she says, I'm going to go home, put my feet up. They offer her to drive her home. She goes, no, I have my card. Right? So we'll see how they choose to write this. Let's face it, there's going to be drama. She's going to either not be pregnant in 2 weeks. She's either going to be pregnant and miscarry, or she's going to be pregnant and want to keep the baby. Right? We'll see what happens with that. So then we have, let's see. Oh, Sam is trying to see Cody because Dante's asked her, have you heard from Cody? Have you seen Cody around? No, he didn't ask Sam. He asked Mac and he asked Olivia. And Olivia says he's taking a week off. Sam told her. And Dante's thinking, I wonder why didn't Sam tell me? But she told you. So anyway, Sam is at Ferncliff trying to see Cody, but they wanted her to fill out some more paperwork. And Cody is in there putting on a performance for the doctor. Now, see, this is where they're screwing up, or they screwed up. This is the resident Ferncliff psychiatrist. Why has he not seen Sasha? Montague is not a resident there. They have in-house doctors. And this in-house doctor should at least be consulting on Sasha's case. Should at least be going over the records because he is the doctor for Ferncliff, or one of them, right? But somehow Montague has just such a sole control over Sasha. So anyway, Cody does a convincing, just over the top convincing job. And the doctor gives him some blue pill to sleep. to calm him down. He goes, we'll talk tomorrow once you calm down. This pill should help you sleep. Because Cody said he can't sleep, he blah, blah, blah. Yeah, just goodness gracious. Every conspiracy theory in the book he spouted. But while Sam is filling out the paperwork, Montague comes out. And he turns and he goes, hey, what are you doing here? And she goes, Dr. Montague. What are you doing here? He goes, visiting a patient. And she goes, my friend, I'm have the power of attorney over my friend. I'm filling out paperwork. And he's like, okay. And he's just saying something to her, and she gave the nurse the paperwork back, and she was talking to him. They really didn't stay on their conversation too much, or it wasn't anything that I felt I needed to remember, right? Whatever. So, but then Montague had already left Sasha. Sasha, the drugs were out of her system, and she was talking herself into, you can do this, you can handle it, you can get out of here. So she was talking 100% normal, telling him, thank you so much for helping me, Dr. Montague. You have done so much for me. I am feeling so much better. I'm doing so well, I can go home now. And he goes, no, it doesn't work that way. She goes, what do you mean? He says, remember I told you my patients are with me till the end? This isn't the end for you. So he pulls the syringe out of his pocket. And she's like, no. And she's up against the door and he's trying to pull her arm. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. He's just jabbing her anywhere, because look, the way she's fighting, he couldn't get that in a vein. He's just jabbing her. And that's what he's been doing. Before they had that little pick line in, right? And he could put it through there. But no, those nurses should see that on her. If they're worth any weight. And so what, they don't bathe her? They don't help her bathe? They not there watching her while she's bathing so she don't hurt herself? Right? They would see blood. The way he's jabbing her, they would see blood coming out. Unbelievable the way they're doing that. Well, Cody, the doctor gave him the pill. Cody pretended like he swallowed it. The doctor left and Cody lay down in the bed. The doctor left. Cody spit that pill out so fast. He's like, I ain't taking this, right? So Cody does get into Sasha's room and Sasha's knocked out from the drug. And he's like, Sasha, what did they do to you? Well, let's face it, y'all. This is going to go wrong, right? Something's going to go wrong with this. All Montague had to do was come back. But look, he already knows he knocked out Sasha. So why would he come back right now? So anyway, everybody, let's go to comment corner, because that's all that happened today. Lisa says, I wonder why Nina said goodbye, Ned, when she left the pool area. Aisha, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, says, some commenters have been wondering if Nina playing a part in saving Sasha will offset the bombshell SEC snitch reveal. A good deed earns her a free pass, so to speak. There are a number of reasons that can't be all forgive and forget when it comes to Nina and the SEC secret. Regardless of what happens to Nina or what she does in the meantime, there's the obvious. She's married a mob boss who makes money from floating the law, and by extension, those who uphold law enforcement. It goes without saying that there's no cooperating with the authorities. Yep. I have nothing to say without my attorney is the appropriate response, as Sonny has just demonstrated. It may as well be the mantra. You know what? Oh, goodness. Great long, everybody listen. On the daily recap, go to Aisha's comment. She did an excellent comment, excellent viewpoints, excellent thoughts. I'm not going to read it all because I have a time limit. I didn't set my trusty dusty timer, but we have 19 comments, and I know if I want to get through them, I can't read this whole thing, but great. At the end, Aisha says, in light of many, Sonny is back. Comments consider this. No matter how lucrative the pipeline deal was, would pre-Nixon fall Sonny have passed on it? He was known not to traffic drugs and not to allow anyone else in his territory. Doesn't he have a similar ban on arms trading, except when forced into it for Cardi's kidnapping? At the very least, he should have kept in mind the big, dangerous mess that happened the last time weapons were shipped through Port Charles, involving Paul Hornsby. Sonny was in a wheelchair, or may not have, it may not have been related. A pre-diagnosed Morgan was out of control. Kiki got shot. A church full of wedding guests were held hostage. Lisa says, Michael and Carly don't know Sonny made the fake flash drive. Anthony says, you're so right. Sabrina says, hey, Daily Recap Lady, you are so comical. I love your reviews. Thank you, Sabrina. Regarding Christina, I have never liked the character, and with this Christina, I dislike the character even more. She is always on 10. I know they're writing her like she's bipolar, undiagnosed, which could be. It's hereditary. Regarding Sonny, he got a 72-hour hold, so he should be out. But he should be out by maybe next Wednesday, General Hospital time. That is so true. Cindy says, I think the new writers are doing a great job moving things along and making them quite interesting. You know what? They're not doing too bad. They really aren't. Love having Nicholas back, but his actor's pretty casual under the circumstances. Also, if Adam Huss is going to be the permanent recast, he needs more facial expressions. Otherwise, he's got the other stuff down. I don't like him at all as Nicholas Cassadine. They need to do better. Lisa says, I'm glad to see these stories along finally. Dante, thinking about how he feels about Sonny, his honest feelings. Mason hitting on Ava, yeah, right. Ha ha. When she finds out Nicholas is healing at the cabin, he never thought about anyone's feelings, faking his death again. He is selfish and doesn't care how Laura feels. He has a new baby boy he's never seen or met or seen. He doesn't care. Cyrus tells Drew he is not under the protection of Sonny anymore. Cyrus gives Drew a chessboard. Cyrus is wanting to stay close to Drew, so he is protected. I don't think Jocelyn would turn Sonny in. Lori says, you're so delightful. You always make me smile. I hope so, Lori. Thank you for taking the time to provide such interesting recaps. And Sheila said, Sonny made provisions to cover everything, including Drew, because he knew what was coming in advance. Old Cyrus will be in for a rude awakening. Sherry says, I wonder if the warden is the lady boss of Paul Tuck working with Cyrus. Lucy says, Cyrus and the warden are in cahoots. Yolanda says, many movies are getting waivers so they can be made. Okay. LaShunta says, fight Lucy, 75% is a lot. I wouldn't give it up like that. Marty is so shady. Dante, have a seat. You sent Michael to jail trying to get to Sonny. Well, he didn't send Michael to jail, but he was the reason Michael went to jail, because he convinced Michael to plead guilty for killing Claudia because he was protecting his sister. Dante did not know that the judge was going to give Michael the harshest sentence ever, but it was because of Dante came in and convinced Michael to do that. That is so right. I'm glad Ava's in the hot seat. I can't stand Mason. Nicholas will get Windermere back and come back. He's want to make sure he doesn't go to jail. I can't stand Cyrus. in his mind games. How does he know he set him up? I don't understand quite that question. Dex, I tried to take up for you, but that was dumb. I know. I threw it away in a public trash can. Jots makes me sick. She would have admitted to it. She didn't do it. I know. If she thought she could cover up for Dex, she probably would have admitted to something. Her naive, stupid self. Sonny won't talk without Diane. Jason taught him well. I think it was the other way around. Sonny taught Jason. Diane, be sharp. They want Sonny so bad they can taste it. Remember, before Diane was their lawyer, Alexis was the lawyer. Alexis was the one keeping Sonny out of jail, Sonny and Jason. Sonny is claustrophobic. Do you mean claustrophobic? Yeah, claustrophobic. Yes, he's super claustrophobic from being locked in the closet when he was a child. But we all know the new writers haven't done their homework and don't know this, or maybe just don't care. Well, Sonny is not being sent to solitaire. When you just go into a 72-hour hold, you're not even in the penitentiary. You're in the jail. Plenty of bars. So he's not. That's nothing to be claustrophobic about. Let's see. And Lucy says to Lori, Sonny has everything under control. Denise says, I'm so confused. Does the feds have the real evidence against Sonny? I thought the flash drive info was fake. Or did somebody retrieve the destroyed flash drive? Just saying, so confused. Nope. The destroyed flash drive has nothing to do with anything. Carly, Jocelyn, Michael, none of them know that Brick planted fake information on Sonny's computer. Now, Dex knows, but Dex isn't necessarily putting 2 and 2 together. Dex knows they were given the nanny fake information. Okay? But Dex may not have known that the shipment, that they weren't really waiting for Pikeman. Dex may not have known that, right? Jane says, when will Spinelli come back with Maxie? Well, Maxie's already back. You mean back together with Maxie? And Ron says, Nicholas will always be a jerk. It's all about what he wants and everybody else can suffer. He doesn't get that this all falls back on him when the truth comes out. The feds were so busy reading the outside of the box that they began to jump to conclusions, yep, but only to be slapped in their face. Well, that's all of the comments for Comment Corner. I can't wait for the gotcha with the whole Pikeman thing, because you know who else is going to be in the hot seat? Valentine. He's also going to be in the hot seat because he is involved in this some kind of way. He truly is, unfortunately. So that's it, everybody. That's it for the daily recap of General Hospital. I will be back tomorrow.